This is the Simpit, and I'm your host, Sean Cole, and we are here today for our Attack the Track for the Sim Racing Systems Race of the Week in the McLaren F1 GTR. This week we are at Imola. You know, potato. I tell you, if there's one thing that's the hardest thing about my job is figuring out how to say certain words without getting an earful from the community telling me I've said it right or wrong. And when I say Imola, I get emails from people saying, no, it's Imola. When I say Imola, I get emails from people saying, no, it's Imola. Porsche, it doesn't matter the wording. It seems to always offend. So, not trying to offend, here we are at Imola. That's how I call it. One of my favorite tracks. This is a track I do love. I've done like 2 laps in the wrong setup in the McLaren, and it was dicey. Once again, I'm coming off of extensive practice in a completely different discipline. Been running in the Corvette prototype on iRacing for hours and hours and hours. Today, yesterday, the day before, and now I am going to very quickly try to adjust to the McLaren F1 GTR, which is, last week we saw it took me at least 30-45 minutes just to start to get the feel of the car back. I am taking the advice of Cy Yip, and I am using that enhanced force feedback understeer. We'll have to see if that makes a big difference or not. But ultimately, it's going to be trying to get the brake lockup point. This car is very touchy on the brakes. That is job number 1 and very critical. And then beyond that, this car is very, very quick steering. So I'll have to slow everything down coming off of the Corvette from earlier today. So, setup-wise, we were not lucky enough to have an incredible setup from Cy Yip just yet. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually starting with my setup from last week. I took my graphic down. Now you guys are going to see what we've got going on here. And what I did was I took my setup from Road America, and I basically evened out the tire pressures. I kind of took what was a higher pressured right front and a lower pressured left front, and I brought them together. Same thing in the rear. Now we can make new adjustments based on what we want to do, or maybe throughout the thing we'll get lucky and Cy puts up a setup. But that's what I'm using for my baseline, is our Road America setup kind of evened out, and still the same fuel level, same gearing and everything. We'll have to see how it works here at Imola. So, let's get down to work. Time to get some laps under our belt. I am not expecting much in the beginning. I have no practice, no warm-up. I do know the track fairly well, but I don't know the timing and points in this car. But I at least have that going for me. Looks like there's only 2 minutes left in the session. That should be just enough time to get out and feel the car a little bit. Making an audio adjustment for me. You guys make sure everything looks good on your end. Let me know. I'll be looking at the chat just long enough for this warm-up. I'm a little congested. I've had a congestion thing for about a month. I got sick a while ago, and it's just taken a while to clear up. Ooh. I call that a triple chicane. I don't know what you guys call a 3-turn chicane. Chicane number 2 here at Imola. The first one is pretty fast, but this second corner is a bit sharper, and you got to watch out. It's very easy to run off track over there. Then we have this left-hand 180. Finding our brake points and apex point will be critical there, so we can get on the gas early. Are you hearing 2 mics? We have this double right-hander, quicker, and then slower up the hill, and into another chicane. Echo. Alright, I know what that is. Bear with me. That probably took care of things for you. I just can't hear myself talking now, but that probably has us taken care of. Whoa, I forgot we were going right here. And then 2 lefts here. And this corner here leads onto the front stretch. Hey, ProSim. Echo effect like at a stadium. Awesome. And then down the straightaway. Early braking for this first chicane. And there's a little kink right here. I'm going to brake at the 200. That's way too early right now, I do believe. But let's just kind of work our way upward. Still kind of throwing the car around a little bit. Got to smooth it out. Entry to the first part is faster. Got to slow it down for the second one. Don't want to spin out like that, though. We're about to get reset and pulled off the track, just so you know. We're just using this as a quick warm-up. I'm running soft tires, so what did we learn last week? If we underdrive the car, which this car benefits greatly from, we can actually get away with the softs, but we have to really minimize brake lockup and overdriving of the car. Car even wants to get loose there coming up the hill, getting on the gas off that corner. Oh, don't want to bounce those curbs too hard. The painted areas are always slippery. Ah, I missed it again. We're going to have to set that corner up, because this corner here is very important. With it being downhill and off cambered, it's very hard to make the corner, too. Oh, lost her. Alright, let me see if I can do one thing, because I can't hear myself. Let me see if I... Testing. If I do that, is there an echo now, or we're still fine? ProSim's heading out on the track. Excellent. Thank you very much, ProSim. Looking forward to having you out here. Michael can see me drive. Alright, we are looking good. We're just waiting on the room to reset. I have nothing to say about the car just yet. It was too soon for me to really make an opinion. It takes me a few laps to really get myself calibrated, and then I can start focusing attention on what the car is doing or not doing. Yeah, braking everywhere here in this car is going to be interesting. I think the brake, if you were to like really analyze this car and its pros and cons, I think the braking is like one of the things I'm most frustrated with. It's got great brakes. I mean, it really does slow down well, but so sketchy under braking. Yes, Dave, I will move the chat all the way out of my face. Thank you very much. Gonzo at the beach. Yes, there's a lot of beach out there. I thought you were talking about my weather here in LA, and I'm going to the beach every day right now in the middle of January. Alright, we moved the chat. Thank you, Dave. Good idea. And we're just waiting on... Oh, looks like it's ready to go. Alright, let's get back to work. Jose, get online and do a search for Simpit in the online section. You can get out here with us. So you know we are practicing for the Sim Racing System series that we run, but you're welcome whether you're running the series or not. Please have some respect out on the track. If you do join us, though, we have a real good group. We don't have a lot of guys making us look bad, so do your best. And by that, I mean be respectful. I don't care your lap times, just be aware of what's going on the track around you. Broken about the 60. We're going to have to really focus on these braking zones here for this car. There's not a lot of room for sort of a feeling of where you do it. You have to be very precise. Alright, this little kink and then the double left-hander, and you got to be ready to get on that brake pedal right when you crest that hill, because there's not a lot of time to get the braking done. Do it right, it's a pretty fast section. Do it wrong, you got to slow down a lot. You can carry a lot of speed into this corner, but you don't have a lot of time to brake for that corner is the problem. So you got to kind of minimize the secondary braking. I kind of slow down for turn 1 more than I'd like to, but it sets me up nicely for turn 2. We're going to try to not cream the curbs because they will send you around, and so will that painted area. You can see it pulled the car and loose at the same time. Oh, I'm reading chat. Yeah, I'm using size soft 5 from last week, but I balanced the tire pressures. We're going to have to brake early with that downhill braking. Very tough to do. This corner is critical because it leads onto the straightaway, so we want to maximize our exit run out of that final corner, which I did not do. But if you're looking at lap times and you want to get a good lap time, that is going to be one of the most important corners as far as overall speed, because it translates all the way to this point here. I broke at the 200. I think with proper braking, that's probably about right. I locked them up and probably slid just a little bit and came in a little hot. Triple chicane looked good. Slower into the second part. Sorry, faster into the first and slower. Gear change, we'll have to decide whether we want to drop second gear. Broke at the 50, that seems about good. Right over the crest into the brakes. Get a good line on it, and you can carry some good speed and get right back to the gas like that. Little braking here to control speed, and more braking to really get it to the corner speed for this one, and easy up the hill because it gets loose. Just inside of the 100 mark. Get the car turned, stay off that green stuff. Now, let's set up that right. We haven't set it up very well, so let's find our line for the right-hander. Still too early. Onto the brakes. Make that apex, use all the track. Much better run off the final corner. Still left some meat on the bone there, though. We can improve that. Carrying good speed down the front stretch. Looking for the 200 mark. Let's not lock them up. Oh, we can go a little deeper than that if we're controlling our braking well. Good run out of the third part. A little off the pace. Fast for the first part. Slow it down. I'm going to leave it in third because I don't want to cause any wheel spin. Brake at the 50. Let's keep it low, slow and low on that 180. Get on the gas. Over the crest and just right into the brake. Right into the brake, you guys. Make this, oh, a little too much curbing, but we're alright. Braking at about the 80 mark. Just about 2 car lengths past the 100. Not an improvement on last lap. Let's see if we can line up this right-hander. Much better. Whoa, still hot into that corner. It's about this one, though, right here. Didn't do better, that's for sure. Buzzing, yeah, I tried both on that final corner with a little check of the brake versus coasting. I think if you can get out of the gas at the right time, you're right. You'll keep better balance on the car. Yeah, I can definitely go a little inside of that 200 there. Seems like that curbing, oh, that's going to be too hot for that corner. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Over the crest and into the brakes. Make our apex, not too much curbing there, we did. car just kind of keeps skipping that rear end out. I'm all full throttle around that second part of the right-hander, and it just skips the rear end around. It just, like, just right there, too. Certain moments this car does get a little wound up. A little hotter in that time. I think that can work. Still looking for the line here. I'm going to try what Buzzin said. Just like that. Nice. Thank you, Buzzin. Great idea. Much better exit on the corner there. If you don't have the line for that right-hander leading into the downhill, it is okay to breathe the throttle a little bit. I'd rather you did that than stayed full throttle and kind of just guess at the line. Go just inside the 200. Oh, oh, that was me. That was just a lack of confidence. I think I had the perfect speed. I just psyched myself out of the moment. Pinched the brake a little more. Alright, let's remember, faster into the first part, slower on the second part. Let's not have that again. Brake at the 50. Come in a little later. I've been diving in a little early. Mitchie would be very upset. Let's come with a later apex on that 180. Oh, that painted thing, man. It's impossible. Oh, off the road because I'm looking. The car just keeps... I touched the brake and I didn't eat it there. The car just keeps rotating. That left-hander on the downhill. You turn in and the ass just keeps coming around and around and around on the car. Alright, we're not making better lap time, but we're still learning certain sections, seeing what we can do to push just a little more. I broke early. That didn't look bad. I don't know if I want to push it a whole lot more than that, to be honest with you. Oh, such a slippery, nasty car. Never got it slowed down. I thought I didn't have enough speed. I didn't brake very hard. I think I'm leaving quite a bit right there, by the way. We'll improve that spot specifically. Same thing here. We're keeping it very in control right now for versus pushing. Alright, not a terrible run off the final corner, not a bad lap. That's our best lap so far. Talking dirty to it. You got to. Oh, so slow right there. Much better late apex there. Made up a lot of ground on my own lap time right there, if you saw. Just tried to do a little less braking on that one, and you can see it sent me wide, so we're definitely somewhere between those 2 points. All the mistakes on that lap, we still almost did as well as the last lap, so we should be able to get one quite a bit quicker still. I'm braking at that 200. I'm okay doing that, carrying a little more speed, learning a little something from the Daytona prototype. I think this car also, over braking can be a real problem. Let the car carry some speed. It's got some handling. You just gotta slow it down enough to let it get that handling. Oh, never made apex there. Shoe demonstration. Still into the paint, but that was the bumper. It wasn't the speed. It was missing the line and hitting the curbing that did that. Whew. Just don't touch that green stuff on the right there. It is no good. Alright, that was a decent lap. Now we're making it. Now we're starting to find some time. Got the braking done early, turned in early, and hit the curbing. Not too slow, just could do better. See, if you stay off the green, you can get right back on the gas there. Plenty of grip, as long as you don't go wide. Ooh, that's alright, that's alright. And faster again. Saw you at 42.6, just for comparison. Oh, he's only 4 seconds faster. We're doing great. come on, baby. Oh, no. Be gentle on the gas when you get on the painted area, guys. I'm leaving a lot right here, by the way. I can improve that under braking a ton. That whole 1-2 left, right. Oh, jeez. Come on. Jeez, the whole time sliding through there, by the way. Hot. Alright, not a bad first session. I think that was a little more confident out of the gates than last week. Right now we're sitting fourth on the board with the 146.3. Excuse me. Sai up with the 142.6 in another world, another planet. Alien Sai, Ricardo Mascarena with the 144.7 in second. William Noel in third with the 45.5. Myself in fourth with the 146.3. Moses Choi right behind me with the 146.3. And a little gap back to Sean Sebran with the 147.1. And Renato, Rick, Thomas, and De La Ola. Triple corner is where I'm losing time. You mean the first chicane? Is that what we're talking about there? So if Sai is always this much faster, does that mean like a month goes by faster for Sai than the rest of us? Hey, Lionheart Racing Series. I know you guys. You want to put your web address in the chat so everyone can check it out? If you guys are looking for a great racing series to join in iRacing, Lionheart is a long-time top league and real high quality. You might want to check them out, and hopefully they'll put their link in the description of the show. I'm just calming down for 2 seconds here as my sweat is already developing. We almost ran out of fuel. Not out of fuel, but that, you know, that session right there is almost a full race. So when we're talking about longevity in the tires, I think we can make those work. We just have to, again, not overuse them. And, you know, that... You want to know when you're driving this car right, I think? When you're getting the car to drive right on the softs, you are probably driving the car right. If you're finding that you need to run to the mediums or run to the hards, then you're probably overdriving the car. That's going to be my one lesson at their mid-season break. Mark, that sounded like indigestion as much as aggravation. Sai just sees ones and O's. He's in the Matrix. Alright, I don't necessarily have anything I would do to the setup. it's suffering from the normal behavior of this car, which I'm sure could be cured, but I don't think we're that far off on the setup. We'll see. Maybe see if Sai has put anything up just yet. Talk about looking for scraps, huh? And nothing just yet. So we're going to have to keep working. But again, I don't really, at this point, have an issue with the setup. We've been knocked back to 5th place, everybody. Kyle G moved up into 3rd. All right, Buzzin', thanks for the tips on that final corner. I think that helped out a little bit. Take a swig of my coffee and then we'll get underway again. Dot, you know the rest. I have a dog hair or something on my nose. I got stuffiness. Alright, LionHeartRacingSeries.com for all those of you looking for a good... at least go check them out. Even if you're not looking for a league today, you might want to know what they're all about. Some great race streams and broadcasts you guys can check out, and some top-notch racing. Car coming on the outlap, so let's get out of his way. What I'm saying, if you join us and you want to join us, that's great. Just be a class act. You see a car on a hot lap, you're coming out of the pits, get out of their way. Nothing I can do this lap. I'm not even going to get timed. But Renato there was on a hot lap, so let's give him the track. Renato's in 5th, which means we've been... Oh, see? Come on, Cole. You know better than that. It's so deceiving. If you haven't driven this track, that second turn of that second chicane, the right, is really deceiving. You can see the exit of the corner, so you think, oh, I can just fly through there. But you cannot. And that's true in just about any version of this track I've ever driven, any car I've ever driven it on. And some of what I do here is paranoia from other cars that will drift wide right there. This car seems to turn for that first right-hander, and I think I need to take a little more aggressive approach into there. Little bit more aggressive approach. This, I really need to find the line that has me not hitting those curves, because everything in that whole section upsets the car. The curbing, the paint on the runoff area, all of it. You gotta really, you gotta thread the needle there for sure. I also noticed that if I put my 2 wheels on the curbing, on the outside, on that downhill. Whoa, 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 whoa. As I was saying, if you put your wheels on the curbing on the outside, setting up that corner, the downhill left-hand turn. Max? I don't know. Where's my mascot? But you will get wheel lockup, so you want to avoid that outside curbing, I think. Max is half a lap back. Now, historically, racing at Imola, I have found that I am slow in and mid-corner on the triple chicane, but then I am actually really fast out. Not really. Sai is really fast. I'm fast out in relative to my overall corner speed. I also have to start using some of that stuff that Mitchie's been teaching me about the moment of getting back to the gas, and I seem to always be about a full second late on the moment that I could be returning to the gas pedal. Like I said, we're going to have to really learn that spot and threading the needle there. I remember last race here, if I'm not mistaken, I was having a very good race and I made a mistake on that on like one of the last closing laps. Talk about depressing. Alright, let's set up a good lap here. We're back to 6th place. Thank you. Whoever that was, thank you. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, come on, Cole. I did leave a little more speed mid-corner. Just didn't get the braking down for the second part. There we go. That's more like it. Alright, let's set up the... Let's do this right. I feel like I'm just going to a crawl. Hit the brakes there. I didn't need it, guys. Alright, this can be our best lap so far. Building up confidence, that's for sure. Starting to hit some marks. 45.9 back up into 5th place. Try to carry a little more speed on entry since we know... Whoa! I like just setting this up, though. This is, to me, what's so critical, is setting up that spot. Making up time, making up time, making up time. Ooh. God, this car will bite you. Alright, this lap's really bad, so let's focus on this next section where you've made a few mistakes. So let's really look at this right here. The braking, our left, down the hill, a little bit of oh, went to the outside, that kicked my car in. That's not going to help. That's not a successful run. We're in the green, so we got off that corner all right. We're in the green in terms of making up time. I am going to have to brake a little earlier for that chicane. Sorry, guys. Disappointed in that. I think as I got a better run out, I was actually getting into that chicane faster, so we'll have to compensate. Too hot, too hot. That is going to be the corner that is going to ruin a lot of people's days, I think. Alright, let's get a lap in. Too much curbing. Ooh, is that Sai? Oh, we gotta follow Sai around? Oh, what are you doing, Sai? He's gonna follow us around. I want to follow him. I can't follow him, though. He's 4 seconds faster. Now I feel like I really have to perform, though. Into the green stuff. Sai's out there. And look, we got a little space because of that, huh? Look, I'm faster than Psy right there, right then. Oh, and then I do that. Son of a you-know-what. Ah! Son of a... But mark that time and date in your calendar. For that instant, for that moment in time, I was faster than Psy. Still hitting the wrong line there, guys. Why haven't you told me to stop doing that? I think I'm early apexing quite a few corners, by the way. Whoa, how's that? Shit. Excuse my language. Cracked under the pressure. Yeah, wouldn't be the first or last time. Use the BMW rim. Oh, to match my BMW motor? Look, son of a crapper, right there in front of me. Alright, we're going to cool down for just one more second here. Feel like we're making some decent progress, though. Mark, it is a nasty car and track. It's going to be tough in the race, that's for sure. I like dogs and cats. I just happen to be a dog owner right now, Mr. Laszlo. And I like the Porsche rim, by the way. I actually prefer this to the BMW rim, so I'm happy with this. Yeah, there are a few spots on this track. More rake to kill the understeer. Where are you seeing understeer? I'm not feeling understeer so much. I mean, there are a couple of little moments, but I am so far fighting oversteer that I'm afraid to be too far the other way. Mr. Lalzor, I am always looking for talented people to be part of the Simpit, and if you are serious and you think you have something to add, please contact me directly. Alexander, I have 4 rims, but only 2 that I use. I have the PS1 rim, the hard plastic one. I have the PS4 rim. I have the Formula 1, and I have the Porsche 918. My Formula 1 has the magnetic paddle shifter mod or upgrade that I've done. I'm using the 2.5 right now. Yes, Axial. Comments on Twitter show as well. They don't show on the stream, but I am seeing them. So I don't believe that comment went out on the stream, unlike the other comments. The oversteer is a problem, for sure. Yeah, I don't know how low down we are. I'm going to cheat again and see. We have 2 clicks lower we can go on the rear. Whoops. Oh, it did that weird thing. This is a little bug I noticed in Assetto Corsa. We had a 63 Newton meter possibility before I clicked it, and now when I go to click it back, it's 70, 60, 50. My left one stuck on 63. Obviously, I could take it down. So we could go down 1 click. Funny, that kind of removed our ability to. That now takes us pretty much, because now 1 click up is 60, which is as close as I can get to the 63. 50 is going to put us all the way down. So. And diff power, I don't recall what we're doing on this car. You mean like ramp angles and stuff like you talk on iRacing? I don't think we have the power and the coast on this car setup. So we can make a final try gearing change. I'd be very interested to see what Cy did, because he has set this car up either as a 4-speed or a 5-speed. I've yet to see him use it as a 6. I know we are running 5th gear out. So that would be pretty cool. I mean, I think we're okay there. I'm going to try the softer rear end, though, see if that helps us out a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I know what you're talking about understeer. There are a couple of moments where I'm not, but again, the other 99% of the time I am fighting oversteer. The car is so touchy. Even on entry, even if it's not gripping, it's like, here's what's going on. It's like there are times that the front end doesn't grip, but at those moments, it's almost like because the ass isn't gripping. And as it's swinging around, it's just pulling those front tires with them. If that makes any sense. We've been knocked all the way back to 8th. Look at that. Great job, guys. Not hitting some mark. Right there's a hit of understeer on that left. Oh. Cars spun out everywhere. It's a mirror full of Jonathan White running in 2nd place right now. Come on, turn. Oh, totally screwed that up. That was me. That was just a stupid mistake. Jonathan to the inside. Oh, it's going to be a tough spot. Let's follow him around. Oh, come on, Cole. Don't be stupid. He uses a lot of curbing, huh? Oh, but he doesn't go into the paint. Unbelievable. Little radio silence on you guys. Sayip behind me again. Great. Facing the wrong way. This will be an improvement. Oh, unless Sai does that to me. So much. Oh, we still got a PB. Oh. Now we've tried maximum rear, more rear camber in the previous races and not got the results where we wanted from that. I don't mind giving it a try, but well, alignment, that's what I want. We're at -2.5. That was something we played around with a lot. Yeah, Mark, that's, you know, I'm glad you said that, because that's something that, in case people have never really played with or dealt with, that when you do have curbing, there is a way to do it, but it takes that, like you said, a real quick little predictive flick to get the car launched over the curbing the right way, and then it's not such a bad issue. So anyway, we are going to go ahead and try the little more negative camber and crank it up to 2.9 per side and see if that gets us a little more traction out of the rear end. And it's in, you know, getting back to the whole understeer, again, coming down that hill, there's no denying we're getting a little bit of understeer on that left-hander. Max camber? Really? So you wanted it 3.5. Front and rear. Generally speaking, when a car, a sim, wants or takes max camber, that generally speaking makes me question questions the physics a little bit, because this should cause such massive tire wear, to be honest with you, on my poor soft tires. Alright, let's see how that feels, though. We'll let you know what I think in terms of the handling. Requires me putting the car on the right line to know what those setup changes did. My other concern with that kind of camber is, will it make us more prone to lockup? But right now everything feels good, but we're on colder tires still, so we'll see what happens when they heat up. Ah. Now that curb there seems to really cause a thunk and a jump. Arg! I see cars all over the place behind me. Thank you, Ricardo. Come on, Cole. That was me, not set up. Never made apex on that one. Oh, shoot. I'd say we did a little in both directions, to be honest with you. Looking at some tire temps and things real quick, you guys. Yeah, we are at the 1 hour mark. I just realized that as well, Tom, and I'm getting to the point now where I'm starting to, I've done a lot of driving today, so I'm actually getting to the point where I'm a little worn out. Did Sai just put out a set? All right, why don't we save this, because I think we have made a little progress, you guys, so I am concerned longevity-wise, and since I made a mistake there, I can't really, we're going to call this the pit crew set. Since I made that mistake, I can't see longevity and find out if the tire wear is going to be extreme, which is my concern. I'm not saying it would or wouldn't be, by the way. Get some tow out. Actually, I'm going to try Sai, and you know, forgive me for not taking your guys' sitting here, but I am running short on time because I usually try to keep these streams to an hour. What I'd like to do is try size set. Refresh. And there it is. Yep. Soft 6. I'll go ahead and pull it up so you guys can see. Did I download it or I forget? I might have spaced and not downloaded it, didn't I? Oh, there it is. Race 5 soft is old, by the way. That was the setup from Road America. Awesome, Dave. Thank you very much. Toe. Let's see what he's doing on the toe. You too, Michael. Thank you very much. Ah, lolzor. I don't mean it like that. I just mean that I'm at the end of the stream. So this is the fastest guy in our room. I want to see what his set handles like, if that makes any sense. I'm not opposed to building our own, but if I'm at the end of the stream, we're sort of at the end. If that makes sense to you. That was sort of my philosophy for the whole season here, was that I didn't mind us taking time and working on our own sets, and then at the same thing, not be shy about finding a set that suits us and looking at some of the differences. Certainly just acknowledging the difference in handling. So I hope I didn't offend you, by the way, by going away from what we were doing, but I only have a matter of minutes left. Oh, that's what you meant? Well, I like that we are working on it, though. You know, I come from both schools, to be honest with you. Oh, size setup won't help you not make mistakes. Size set or not, that doesn't give you a 42. What? Come on, Cole, get it together. Not driving great tonight. Late. Yeah, that's one, you know, the traffic aspect. So you want me to take some of this front toe out, even to this setup? Since I'm back, since I'm not out there, I don't mind doing that one more time. So we're at 15. Dave, I'm going to give it one more shot. Just one more shot. Yeah, well, and I spent 2.5 hours driving the Corvette Daytona prototype in iRacing, which is the complete opposite feeling car. So that was one trouble I had last week. So I got that going on this week, which means that's going to be a little tough. A little tough. So, alright, I want to give it one more try, and then we're going to call it an end of the stream. So, let's just get out there. We're too delayed. I missed your guys' toe thoughts. Alright, nobody around us. We got a clear track. I feel like I was pushing into that first one, not setting up the second one, and that in return sets up the third one. Pretend I'm driving a 15... If I were driving a $15 million car, it would look like this. You ready? $15 million, huh? Now here's with the insurance waiver. And now we're going to drive it like we stole it. Oh, we're into overtime. It's not going to give us another lap. We're going to have to go by gut instinct and feeling here. Oh, we were doing well on that lap too. Awesome, Jose. I'm glad you made it out here with us. And, yeah, I was actually feeling like we were going to get a good lap in there. I was in the groove. I was concentrating. I was feeling pretty good. But iRacing is broken in some ways, but still the best sim by far. You know, Lauzor, that's why I did that whole pie show on dividing up the entire like aspects of sim racing. And I think if you even take certain things like physics, you could break it into certain parts of the physics are done better by each and every sim company out there. Take them all together, take the good, take the bad, put them all together. No, but then that's how you really get to the best point. And I agree with you. I mean, for me, my preference is still leaning iRacing, and I'm not trying to take away, and I'm not even trying to play favorites or say this is better or the other. I just have my own particular feeling. So, James, I don't know if we would have made it around anyway, but I thought that was funny because I've told many people who are getting into sim racing for the first time that exact thing. I say, drive it like it's a $15 million car. Respect the car and you'll do better. And that's usually what I'm telling people are having a hard time staying on the track. So that gives you an idea why I didn't mind making that demonstration of 15 million versus a car that you have insurance, so you're only so on the line for it, and then finally drive it like you stole it, like we all like to do. So there you go, Lalzor. But you know, I appreciate your thoughts, and I'm not trying to call you out, but that just kind of shows you a little bit of the difference. Your aspect is focusing on the broken aspects, and I'm not saying things don't have good or bad, but if I'm going to make an iRacing video, I'm going to focus on the good aspects, and then I'm going to let you know the bad aspects, and maybe stay away from wording like broken. Broken is pretty... if my car was broken, I wouldn't drive it. So... Anyway, but I think that's just arguing over semantics. As you said, it's still your preferred sim as well. So, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Maybe not the most exciting stream of the week with everything that we've had going on, but for me, it was essential to get out here and try to get a handle on the car. I would like to get another practice session in for sure before the race. Depending on tonight and tomorrow's schedule, that might be difficult. I know tonight I'm going to do another full session in iRacing in preparation for the 24-hour race. That's not going to help me tomorrow. It means I'm going to have to do another session in this car to get acclimated to then. I mean, in a perfect world, right now what I would like to do is walk away, cool down, and then coming back to it when I've cooled down. Learn from my mistakes, put it all together, and hopefully do a little bit better yet. Right on, Wells. If that works for you, that's awesome. So, hats off to you. Anyway, thank you all for being here. Thank you for helping out with your thoughts on the setup. I really appreciate it. You know I like trying everything and critiquing on the driving line and everything. I'm always here just trying to learn for myself and hopefully put you guys in a position where you can learn maybe from my mistakes more often than what I'm doing successfully. But as long as we're getting faster, getting better, and having fun doing it, it's good enough for me. You know that. So that's going to do it for tonight. Thank you for being here. This is the Simpit. I'm Sean Cole, and I'll see you on the track.